Oh, for fuck's sake.
Is it making you reset?
No, they can hear and see us.
Okay.
And what's the oh for fuck's sake for?
Because I had to redo the window capture and and the size of you guys talking.
Uh,
That was annoying. I don't even know what caused it to crash. Alright. So we have the first appendix. The hell was that?
What? You mean snoring?
That's what.
is that snoring?
Yeah.
I see.
I'm not gonna stop them from snoring.
Well, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Anyways. Appendix 748-1, transcribed from Project Archival footage. We poor child, come join our ranks. No one can ever harm you now. Sweet, beautiful Jasmine, freedom is at hand. We are here to keep you safe. Go now, sorrowful girl. Grief shall trouble you no more, for that is the world that belongs to Jasmine. Oh.
Maybe Jasmine wanted freedom from the Blue Club.
Well, this was like a summoning thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright. Oh, I think this is the summoning thing. I think there was another thing that was talked about. -1. I don't remember. Appendix -2. A note accompanying the item upon transfer printed text on paper of indeterminate composition. Content content is formatted in the style of a nursery rhyme. Little tear demon, oh little tear demon, bones and tears ground together fine, poured into a skull sealed with viscous oil. Thus are tears themselves transformed into a demon. Little tear demon, oh little tear demon, it will make your tears flow, but if you keep it close by your side, it will make your blood flow instead. I don't like that. Here we go. And the final appendix. Oh. Appendix -3, interviewer Dr. Redacted. Subject -1. Oh god. Does someone want to be a doctor or an anomaly?
I'll be uh I'll be the kid, I guess, or the anomaly, whatever you call it.
Well, if you're a foundation employee, you refer to them as an it. I'm not wrong, they do refer to humanoid anomalies as it.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're aware.
I guess I'll be the doctor. Alright. Let's start. Hello, can you speak?
Yes, I can.
You know why you're here.
My mind broke, so they sent me to a psychiatric hospital. Is that it? That must be it, right?
Please calm down. This is not a psychiatric hospital. You just need to answer my questions and everything will be fine. What is your name?
Molly 13.
Molly. Is that your real name?
I'm not sure, but that's what everyone calls me.
Well then, Molly, do you understand the reason why you keep crying?
It must be him. It must be the thing. He's singing in my ear. He wants me to go with him. I'm not screaming. You don't want me to scream.
Molly,
My voice has been described as a harpies. You don't want me screaming.
okay. Molly, please calm down a little. We hypothesize that this is related to your past experiences. In a moment, personnel responsible for the Blue Club will be coming in.
No. Don't.
Gary?
You can hear me, right?
We just heard no, don't, and that was it.
Oh, Discord definitely cut off at magical spots, didn't it? Did I read that over?
Yeah.
Okay. No.
God damn it, did it again.
Okay, I'm apparently not allowed to do a small little girl dramatically.
Well, we heard little snippets of that one at least.
Yeah, it wasn't
It's
everything.
normal with a normal voice, not dramatic in any way, so Discord won't be upset.
Go ahead.
Okay, here's an adult man reading for a little girl. No, don't.
No.
Don't
No.
let that person in. They are evil. They are evil. Don't let
Wait.
her.
Wait, I've got this. No. Don't. Don't let that person in. They're evil. They're evil. Don't let her in.
That sounds so familiar, and I don't know from where.
I don't even know from where.
We'll never know.
That voice is perfect for the situation.
Yeah.
Whenever I say "ah" like that, you can imagine me like unhinging my jaw to a 90-degree angle. Ah.
Oh my god. No, stop it. Please calm down. Enric 1, stop it now. Once a violent struggle crashing. Log end. That is the final log.
Sounds like he was very concerned for her well-being.
So basically, both anomalies this club had led to death.
At least she, voiced that she did not want to go back to the Blue Club. Anything but that. Anything but that.
We only have one SCP left, and it doesn't. I was gonna say it doesn't need to be translated, but I guess I'm wrong.
This is not a big one.
I didn't see ZH.
Maybe this one won't involve children suffering. Because I've realized the last two both involved children suffering.
Gets into it, and it's like the object is a child in perpetual pain.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have this is definitely gonna be a fun read. Alright. I read ahead. Alright, so item CH687, aka the one-eyed wind-up cat. Subject class safe. Special containment procedures. CH687 is contained within a 2 square meter containment chamber with an independent climate controlled system. its site CHO2. All the anomalies from Blue Cloud being put in the same site.
It's almost as if it's not Japanese, a Chinese group.
I would like to comment that the SCP Foundation, I'm sure, has more than one building in China.
Yeah, they have two.
What? One wall of the chamber consists of a 10-centimeter thick glass window. The interior of the chamber must be furnished with a cat bed, 2 feeding bowls, and a litter box, and the subject must be fed on a regular schedule. To mitigate its anomalous properties, the containment chamber is equipped with specialized acoustic detection systems. When music begins to play, a measured dose of sedative will be immediately dispersed through the chamber. Once the subject has been confirmed being incapacitated, agents wearing earplugs will enter the chamber to mildly wind the clockwork mechanism back to a stationary position. This is where I started laughing. The subject requires regular intake of sugary foods. Furthermore, as the subject exhibits symptoms of diarrhea if it accidentally ingests ants, the interior of its containment chamber must be kept strictly free of any ant presence.
Oh,
Of course. It's gonna be a cat.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Description: CH687 is a bipedal hoofed creature with a predominantly horizontal elliptical body shape. It possesses animal-like ears and feline eyes, is monoculous single-eyed, and stands upright on 2 legs with knees that bend backward. Its body surface is smooth and hairless, standing at approximately 30 centimeters tall. Its legs account for roughly half of its total height. Protruding from its back is a clockwork-style winding key mechanism. Testing has confirmed that this mechanism is irremovable and composed of copper. Within 1 or 2 hours of feeding, the subject excretes pale cream-colored spherical masses with a texture resembling mochi.
Oh no, the cat shits mochi.
These masses consist primarily of carbohydrates and are edible.
Oh, so they just actually are shitting mochi, huh?
Yeah, here's the thing. In order for them to find edible, a researcher or someone had to eat it.
You can figure out if something is edible without eating it, Aaron.
No, I kind of want to imagine researchers. Oh, look, this is food.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure the Foundation would eat it to determine it's edible.
Yeah. They probably call it D-Class N.
Why would they do that? They could just like if they're like wanting to test it, you could just like run some quick lab tests on it.
And this is the same organization that sent D-Class to the sun. You have no words for that.
I just don't give enough of a shit.
If deprived of sugar intake for an extended period, CH687 enters a starvation state. During the state, it opens a mouth, which is otherwise invisible and unobservable under normal circumstances, and attempts to engulf the heads of any visible researcher personnel while simultaneously attempting to breach containment. God damn.
You'd better make sure you feed the cat.
Oh my
does
god,
it
that's
even count
hilarious.
as a cat? Or do they just call it a cat?
I think they
Wait,
just
why-
call it a cat, but still.
Okay, so why is it considered safe then?
Because they're constantly feeding it sugar.
Also, they can contain it, even if it wants to eat them.
Yeah.
Well, it only wants to eat them if they starve it.
Yeah.
It's
That's
the
fair.
same dilemma with like piranhas having the man-eating reputation, and it was literally just a particularly starved group. It's specifically to make them look scary. Believe it or not, most animals, if you starve them, will consider eating humans.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That includes humans.
Yeah.
Hashtag cannibalism.
Aaron.
As long as it's consensual.
This behavior exists until it has consumed a sufficient quantity of sugar. Observations conducted during these starvation states have led it to the conclusion that the subject possesses no internal organs or biological structures. So, secret research following the containment breach incident revealed that when its clockwork mechanism is wound, the subject emits a hypnotic melody effective against all human beings within a 5-meter radius.
Hmm.
Appendix. Note. In Redacted Month, multiple incidents were reported at a renowned tourist attraction in the central region involving sightings of feline-like entities attacking visitors, snatching their food, and succinctly fleeing the scene.
It's a little menace. Can you blame them?
After reviewing surveillance footage and identifying the entities in question, local authorities referred the matter to Foundation personnel for handling. So I'm guessing they broke out of Blue Club containment or something.
Something like that. Imagine being those fucking authorities. Like, they get the security footage, and it's like, okay, we need to confirm what type of animal is doing this, and it's like a fucking weird robot cat thing.
Yeah,
Robot hoofed cat thing.
so
Isn't
Yeah.
even a cat. It identifies as cat.
so here's the thing. All SCPs connected to this group have killed people.
Did it say that the cat killed someone?
I don't think it said the cat killed anyone.
It could.
Observations
But it
conducted
doesn't
during
mean-
these starvation states have led to conclusion subject possess no internal organs or biological structures. Meaning they did test it when it was starving.
That doesn't mean it killed anyone.
Also, like looking at its
Right.
organs and stuff does not mean that like
Or I should say, this one
Like
has the
died.
ability to kill people. The other
yes,
two
it
just
has the
kill
ability
people. So where in evil were we put into Blue Club?
The other two just kill people, and one of them is a racist stereotype.
I think I would suggest this goes into neutral evil.
Yeah, probably.
Everybody
I don't
going-
think that
well,
they're structured. I don't think they're structured enough to go into lawful, but
everyone
they're
in-
also not
Yeah.
chaotic enough to go
Also,
into.
also, like, if you look at the thing, they're not lawful. They're literally they don't follow the laws enough to be lawful.
Well,
either,
lawful
so-
doesn't mean follow the law. It means they have like rules and structures internally.
Yeah, that's how we use lawful here.
Okay.
It's not like literally they follow the law.
Mhm.
All right.
Well, like, yeah.
Oh boy, we're getting close to a certain group that I know is just going to go straight in evil. Which is the Brothers of Death. We're getting closer to that one.
It's
Hmm.
oh my
Brothers of what?
Yeah.
Brothers of Death.
Yeah.
As in the manifestations of death in that one story about the guy who beat death in a game of cards or something.
Yeah. Aquatics, presumed to be an alternate reality version of the Boeing Company.
So instead of having planes that are horribly made, it's submarines that are horribly made by Boeing. Okay. So we just
Could
have
also
a
be
ton.
boats.
Wait, this to be connected to
True.
it is 2120 damage control.
True. Honestly, for Boeing, I probably just put lawful or evil. Shit.
We should probably read something.
Oh, yay, it's right by
It's
one of our
Boeing.
favorite authors.
It's Boeing.
I mean, yeah,
It's
but
an alternate
we should still
reality.
read it.
It's written by one of our favorite authors, DJ Cactus.
Uh,
I do not know who that is. Meh.
You don't want to know.
Okay.
I could say
Yes.
something.
Go ahead.
Okay.
All right,
Basically, they're one of the. Oh,
I'm just gonna say this. They're similar to Admin Bright, but they did something even worse than Admin Bright. I'm
Oh.
meeting
Oh,
in real
God.
life. Kind of bad.
Oh.
It's step beyond the predatory behavior into just being the predator.
Yeah,
Uh,
there was a whole video
Yeah.
about it. Like, there's mountains of evidence. And they're still on the site, and Admin Bright is not.
wait, what? They're still allowed on the site?
Yeah.
Oh my gods.
Wait, I thought that they were kicked.
No, Admin Bright is gone and kicked, but DJ Cactus is still here. He said
Are
he
they
would
still-
leave for a while, unknown if they'll come back. So they are not kicked.
I guess we have another person to aim the guillotine at whenever they're done with all this shit with Bright.
Yeah.
They're the one that wrote the bodies in the water. Why are so many major ones doing this?
I don't know.
wasn't he also the person who wrote The Doctor?
Plague Doctor? No. That's a different predator.
Oh.
I hate saying that, but it's true. No, I did think it got rewritten by other authors that aren't in the bad category. I just say. Yeah. Anyways, not enough discussing awful topics. This is SCP-2120, aka Damage Control. Object Class Euclid. Special containment procedures. Instances of 2120 are to be contained and towed to an appropriate Foundation control harbor for further investigation. In the event that an instance of 2120 is believed to be an immediate threat to exploration teams or civilian vessels, MTF Gamma 6 Dry Docks has been authorized to use necessary force in order to neutralize any danger the instance might pose. Information technology recovered from instances of 2120 are to be removed to Site 65 for testing and cataloging. Description. Instances of 2120 are various anomalous naval vessels that randomly appear in an area roughly 500 kilometers in diameter near the island of Bermuda in the Atlantic Ocean.
Fun.
2120 instances seemingly materialize approximately 1.7 kilometers below the ocean surface, and then rapidly ascend to the sea level where they come to rest. Along with being thoroughly flooded, this is the 2120 will not automatically empty the excess liquid after a short period of time above water. 2120 instances occasionally show signs of external distress. Most damage functions tend to be non-insulated electrical, nuclear, and gravitational devices on board the vessels, although major structural compromises are not uncommon. The 2120 variant model, ranging from those resembling Phoenician. How the fuck do I say this? I know I said Phoenician correctly. How the fuck do I say that?
Triremes.
Triremes, thank you. To 18th century ships of the line to modern aircraft carriers. Additional vessels have been observed, however, no modern or historical counterpart for these instances have been identified. Regardless of their construction, all recovered instances of 2120 have been fitted with a number of advanced technologies, majority of which are in various states of disrepair. 2120 instances all bear the name of what is currently believed to be the original designer, Boeing Aquatics. Investigation into the Boeing Company of North America have ruled out any correlation between the two groups. Recovered information from 2120 instances indicates that Boeing Aquatics is a seafaring vessel manufacturer originating in the city of New Boston, capital of the Confederate Socialist Colonies of the New World. What?
That is definitely not our reality.
Yeah, very, very different reality.
According to this information, the CSCNW, currently believed to be a conglomeration of the most of North, Central, and South America, was involved in a large-scale arms race with the two aggressor nations, the Lord's God Eternal Angelican Union and the Khan Empire.
It's Anglican.
Oh, Anglican.
Anglo Union. I gotta step away for a little bit, probably
Right.
about a half hour or so.
Okay.
Don't have too much fun without me or something. I don't know. Y'all can continue without me.
Research into the potentially extra-dimensional origin of 2120 instances is ongoing. Addendum-1. Recover SCP-2120 instances. Destination-2. Vessel name CS Airlana. February 13th, 1985. Instance resembles a 19th century clipper ship, notably modified for military use instead of trade. Several large gun mounts are present on the deck, but all were found empty. A device that appears to be a non-functional cold fusion reactor was found below deck, purpose unknown. Hull was composed entirely of plastic. -8. CCS Vigo Kennedy. August 2nd, 1987, instance resembles a modern cruise ship. Interior of the vessel has been fitted with a large number of cryogenic stasis pods, many of which appear to have been broken open by force. A large black centrical mechanism sits within the center of the main concourse, purpose of which is unknown. The mechanism produces small amounts of alpha radiation at consistent intervals. 10-D. CCS John Henry Hitchcock.
Oh,
March 28th, 1991. This resembles a modern nuclear submarine. During exploration, onboard teams inadvertently activate a defense mechanism. Nearby vessels are struck with torpedoes that grossly increase a local gravity, crushing them. MTF Gamma 6 authorized to destroy the instance. Wreckage moved to Site 65 for further investigation. Oh. 2120-13, CCS New Indianapolis. December 20th, 1991. This is an unidentified vessel octopoid in nature, measuring roughly 500 meters from end to end. It appears to be a habitation vessel, however, it is currently believed that the manner in which 2120-13 propels itself through water was inimical to its passengers. Recovered logs indicate no tests were formed and did not end in the loss of human life. Oh my god. 2120-19 CCS Her Majesty Queen Alabama Jersey.
Oh.
I'm, I'm sitting at the hatchet with no context.
Uh,
May 15, 1994. This resembles a modern Nimitz-class aircraft carrier. Flight deck has been fitted with a number of large cannon-like armaments. Recovered ammunition carriers have been designed to alter the atomic structure of all biological matter within its blast radius, changing it to lead. What? Anyone 20-29. CCS paint with all the colors of the wind. November 9th, 1997. This resembles a Wyoming-class battleship. Exploration has determined that the instance has been fitted with a device that can render the entire vessel invisible to the naked eye. Activating this device releases a massive amount of gamma radiation, which I believe is not good.
That's kind of like it can turn invisible, but using it kills you.
Alright, collected data logs. The following log excerpts have been collected from functional terminals throughout 2120 instances. Date, February 31st, 2018. Logged by engineer Hefe. Notes that whoever keeps trying to install matter disruptors on the Youngtown. Huh?
I think that's supposed to be Fife.
Fife.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, Fife. Note whoever keeps trying to install matter disruptors to the Youngtown Fremont. Kind of silly to have matter disruptors on a ship fighting against ships that aren't made of matter. Christ, you guys need to figure it out. What? Date, July 12, 2018. Logged by engineer Yule. We keep running into the same problem with the absolute zero drives, and it's something we're going to have to start addressing here soon. I know it's any idea to build a ship that creates more energy than it expends, but ruining thermodynamics might not be worth the extra money you're saving. Oh, wait. Wait, okay, so this is a different... I got confused with dates. Alright, September 24th, 2018. Found by Captain Zahn. Another day, another catastrophic meltdown of the Graviton core. I know we're supposed to keep our chins up about this, but honestly, I feel as if we sent more ships back to New Miami than we've kept out on the campaign. It's a good thing that Loadmaster kept on all of those Proxima shells too, because Christ knows the handle marks felt flat on their ass. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I think that's February 1st, by the way.
Think so.
Probably. Wait, there's 34 days in a year.
30,
In a month for them.
is it? 'Cause
Sorry. Well, it's saying it's 12034 or some shit.
I was thinking that these were normal and this is just like one from overseas. I don't know.
I don't know. It's weird.
I'm just gonna read
Probably
it.
somebody who doesn't who doesn't know how to fucking
Are you
mess with.
trying to justify the weird timekeeping of an alternate reality?
True.
Mhm.
Anyways, I'm just gonna read this January. Date January 2nd, 2019, from CEO B. Davis to Admiral Nabisco. Bottom line is, feds aren't happy with some of the stuff we're shipping out. There's already talks about crimes against humanity and human rights violation. Before you say anything about it, by the way, I understand that cellular readjustment batteries were probably ill-advised. Honestly, sometimes I think these fuckers don't even want to win the war. Anyway, I know
Okay, so we know they're definitely in the evil group.
Admiral Nabisco. I never thought I'd read that.
well, it's to Admiral Nabisco. This is written by the CEO of the group.
Of the
It
company.
doesn't change
Company.
that Admiral Nabisco popped up and it was red.
Hmm.
Anyway, I know stuff is getting pretty feisty right now, but when all of this blows over, we're going to be staring at some pretty serious shit in the eye. We need to get this figured out fast. All these things that aren't working, that keep falling apart, that inadvertently slaughter thousands of innocent civilians. We're going to find a way to get rid of them.
Oh my god.
To keep our hands clean here. I talked to Father in Mexico.
Oh my god.
He figures he and his boys can work up something that we can just dump everything into. Shouldn't bother
You
any
can tell this person. You can tell the person who wrote this didn't really have like a good. Oh god.
darn it. This is a common thing with DJ Cactus.
He doesn't have. He doesn't have fucking. He doesn't have a good like creativity for like names or shit.
Yeah. His older works are better than his new. Anyways. He figures he and his boys can work up something that we can just dump everything into. Don't bother anybody since we can probably pull most of the lethal stuff before we toss it. Might become a problem if the embedded Omnicore realignment matrix on a CCS Hoover Dam shits out, though. By the way, better them than us. Who's better than us? Oh, this is just the portal they used. Okay.
So they dumped everything into our world?
Yes.
Yeah, so they're definitely in the like. They're definitely in the like evil group. They're definitely evil.
This is probably
As
a
I
group we're going to look at, but look. Earth Prime Waste Management Services Solutions, a subsidiary of Gaia Inc. Location, Greater Metropolis Area District 94761 slash wherever the fuck that is.
building.
912. Building. Oh, building 912. Contact 231 00-AIO 56.8898 plus those symbols.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they just called that company and dumped it in our world.
This for. Oh my god.
Why are you surprised?
I'm not.
You know, Nabisco's actually well known for dumping.
Hmm.
So, where are we putting the boating company?
Honestly. Okay, if we're gonna take like both, I feel like Boeing, like the real Boeing, would be incompetent evil.
So with Boeing, the real one,
Mhm.
I would say it started off as a good company, but then it was purchased and sold. It started from some company listened to engineers The ones that told engineers to shut up.
Yeah. That is why I put them in incompetent evil.
I don't think it's incompetent evil because the leaders know they're evil. They don't care.
Well,
Anyways,
no, they're just incompetent.
and I think
I
in
don't
this
think
group,
they're incompetent if they know they're evil.
I don't think this group is incompetent because they're able to make deadly technology. It's just that they're dumping it into our world
I
when it doesn't
think.
work.
Okay. I'm personally in the. I think they're either lawful or chaotic, probably. Or maybe neutral. I'd say neutral just for right now.
Neutral for right now. Everyone in agreement?
Yeah,
neutral
after
evil.
all, they're not really lawful since it sounds like they're knowingly breaking laws, but they're not incompetent. I would never call them incompetent since they were able to make those things and such. Also, we cannot judge them by what the one in our world does. So, and besides that, goodness.
What the fuck?
What?
This, this is the thing with the next group is it has a bunch of SCPs connected to it that can help stand us out. But this might be just our first people / concept tier because the Bonafide family, a family of people affected by the aftermath of a hurricane. And that's it. And this is
Oh.
in the note, it says I had previously sent the family from the list, but SCP Stage 255 listed as a GOI. It's just a family who was badly affected by a hurricane. I think we can just put this in people's list concept tier.
Yeah, they should be putting people if it's literally just a family. No matter what they do, they're just a group of people.
Is everyone here fine with that?
I'm fine with that.
Sorry, what? I got a bit distracted for the past while.
Ow. Basically, we're finally got our first people / concept tier because the next group of interest is the Bonafide family. Family of people affected by the aftermath of a hurricane. That's it. Just,
Why do they have 4 articles?
I don't know. And apparently it wasn't even on the. It was going to be taken off the list, but SCP-CH-255 listed it as a GOI. We're just gonna put this in people group because this is just a poor fucking family. It got damaged by a hurricane.
Yeah. Hurricanes are no laughing matter.
Especially not Hurricane Bob.
Hurricane Bob sounds a lot more plain than he really is.
Alright. Ah, here's the next one. The Bowie Commission. Established between the SCP Foundation and the U.S. military for weaponization of SCPs. Oh. All about the failure of Omega 7.
Okay, that's definitely evil.
We have to read things before deciding.
How many fucking families are in
I don't have. It's the U.S. government.
We have to read before deciding.
U.S. military. It's
This is
It's
just how
not.
we do things. We read it first.
Oh, okay. I remember Omega 7 now. I just want to quickly look at the
Oh.
Omega 7 instant log. That's the team ahead, Iris and Abel.
Oh,
Yeah, now that makes sense.
didn't they change that with Pandora's Box now?
Yeah, I think so. But I think at the start it was Omega 7. Someone went to go to incident log.
And then Abel went on a rampage.
Yeah, the reason I found that out because finally, Addendum 076-1, Project Able and Mobile Task Force Omega 7. Oh yeah. Now we know why it failed. They used a very deadly anomaly. Yeah,
Oh,
we have SCP-926 Guquin. Oh. I didn't even know that actually exists. I don't guess that's what a Guquin is. Item SCP-926, Object Class Safe. Object Containment Procedures. When not in use, 926 is to be unstrung and stored in a temperature and humidity controlled case constructed for that purpose, and locked in Research Chamber 5688-A. This was crossed out. Only personnel who submit a formal request and receive approval from Site Command may operate 926. Formal research access to 926 is permitted. Counterpart personnel in Site 366 in that place, China, are to be alerted. Testing of 926 is suspended pending confirmation of the excavation and recovery of all responsive statues. Oh. Description 926 is a Guquin or 7-string Chinese zither dated to 2nd or 3rd century BCE. The top of the sound chamber is constructed of the wood of an ancient and now extinct cultivar of the Romania simplex tree. The base is composed of wood from Catalpa ovata. The exterior of the instrument is coated with a lacquer, unknown composition.
lacquer.
Lacquer. Why did I say lacquer?
I don't know. Lacquer.
Lacquer of unknown composition. With
You're like lacquer or something.
I mean, it's so French. With surface on Wen or crank patterns that superficially resemble archaic Chinese logographs. The back of the instrument bears a calligraphic inscription in archaic Chinese reading. The king of how do you? I always fuck up saying his name. Is it Quinn?
Him.
Huh?
Shin.
Shin. Thank
King
you.
of Shin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Moderna. King of Shin commands. Instrument was
You
unsure.
know Chinese pronunciations?
No.
No, I was asking Adurna
Wait, what?
if you knew Chinese pronunciations of letters and things.
I know a little bit. Not all. I don't know all. I still need to like learn more, but like I know a little bit.
Neat.
Nifty.
Yeah. Instrument was unstrung when collected by the Foundation, but its case included a leather pouch containing a quantity of instrument strings and of twisted silk. Instrument was recovered by local farmers from a funerary site in Lintong District, Shaanxi Province, China in 1974. After the Guquin was unearthed, cleaned, and restrung.
It would be Gushin.
Gushin. After the Gushin was unearthed, cleaned, and restrung, a local tradition musician found a few notes on the instrument. The consequent subterranean disturbance led to the discovery of thousands of terracotta human and animal statues that had been buried in a undiscovered Imperial necropolis. Huh?
Wait, where is it? Oh, in a hitherto.
And hitherto discovered Imperial. Huh?
Okay. Okay, hitherto. Uh, the thing is, like, yeah, I was confused for a second. I was like, wondering if they like misused that word, but like, okay.
Yeah.
And hitherto undiscovered. Okay, I guess it's okay. Meh.
Hitherto undiscovered Imperial necropolis in the vicinity of the site of Yushin's discovery. 926 appears to function as a command or control instrument for the terracotta figures. The figures are of molded clay construction, unremarkable apart from their excellent state of preservation. Each figure depicts a life-sized human or an animal, such as a horse, pig, or falcon. The statues depicting humans vary in dress, height, uniform, and hairstyle in accordance with their apparent rank and the duty of the human depicted, e.g., military figures of various ranks, scribes, craftsmen, musicians, cooks, laborers, farmers, scholars, and so on. Despite their clay construction, the statues have been demonstrated to be capable of movement and other actions when not only when given commands by means of the Guchuan. Guchuan's command syntax is still poorly understood at this point due to limitations on testing. Partial tests like follows. Oh fuck, there's so much Chinese words. Alright, this is 001. Unknown Guchuan notes played prior to Foundation acquiring custody of subject. Thousands of terracotta statues, while still buried in necropolis, move suddenly, statues for standing at attention. When unearthed, and it is assumed that the motion consistent of it, assuming is this posture. It was this motion which local residents had initially assumed was a small earthquake that led to the discovery and excavation of the statues. 002. That series of tones. All excavated soldiers' figures are pursuing parade rest posture. 003. That, then that. All scribe figures produce brushes, ink, and paper scrolls from an unknown source and adopt a posture apparently indicating readiness and dictation. 004. That twice, then that twice. Shield bearer soldier figures rapidly move into a defensive formation around the Guchuan and its player. 005. This 4 times, a number of drummer musician figures begin to beat their drums in unison. It should be noted that one of the drummer figures that responded to his command was at the point on display in the Louvre in Paris, France. Oh. 006. That, then that, then that 3 times. Hundreds of previously undiscovered engineer figures dig their way to the Earth's surface, approximately 2 kilometers to the south of the site of Guchuan's recovery. 007. Chord of that and that played twice. A number of scholar figures step forward and orally recite the works of 3rd century BCE Chinese philosopher and Fei. 008. This 8 times. Hundreds of additional unexcavated figures move out underground. The location of the figures was under an earthen dam, which collapsed due to motion, causing widespread flooding and loss of life. Further testing suspended. Addendum 926-A was to assign 926 to the Bowie Commission's Anomalous Weapons Program, together with other anomalous musical instruments / musical anomalies in Foundation custody, such as 381 and 2458, is currently under consideration. Okay, so they wanted to use this to control the terracotta soldiers. But I'm pretty sure majority of the weapons in SCP, not only our world, but in SCP world, would destroyed terracotta soldiers in an instant. So I'm not sure how effective that would be. But it doesn't seem that they did it against their will, though. Alright, let's see how long this is. Oh. I want to see how long this is. Okay, yeah. Okay. Um. Yeah, that's the Fountain of Youth. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What?
Oh, Dash 1 is General George Bowie. That should sound familiar. Oh, MTF Omega 7 Pandora's Box project. He presided over it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think we know where to put him in We're an Evil based off history of General Bowie. History -1 resurfaced at some point in late 2020. He contacted Chaos Insurgency and used its influence as a catalyst to form the Foundation Elimination Coalition. Using a combined force of the Chaos Insurgency, the Church of Broken God, the Church of the Scarlet King, and numerous other persons of interest, Foundation Elimination Coalition was able to capture Site 19, the most dangerous site in Foundation has to offer, besides Site 13. By numbered 2020, the Foundation Elimination Coalition has secured a sizable portion of Foundation sites in the west coast of the United States, as well as several others worldwide. At this point, ever since the Halt Bowie's campaigns began, the Foundation sites have previously been captured by Bowie are undergoing liberation. Okay, then. So, he tried to get rid of the Foundation. Now, granted, Foundation's done fucked up shit. But they're not a group that should be gotten rid of. The SCP
Because
world.
they
Also not a
protect
group
the
you should mess
world.
with.
Yeah.
Basically, the Foundation's the group that's willing to do fucked up shit to save the world.
And they technically believe that they killed General Bowie. But here in Addendum 06 for classification, 1. The lab results came back negative. There's nothing anomalous about -2. We tested on some choice entities. We tested it on ordinary D-class personnel wearing Kevlar vest. Then we disassembled it. -2 appears to be nothing except for an ordinary gun. Not greater in size and more impractical. Also taking a look at the cadaver. It's completely clean. None of the telltale signs of his biology was changed. Could have been something we missed. For the most part, it seems to confirm that he was never immortal. You know the Forest Pine Site A9, where Bowie was originally buried? We found a grave. There were enough water bottles in there to last for decades, maybe even centuries. One of the agents taste tested it. It's definitely SCP-006, aka the Fountain of Youth. Riza spent years making sure Bowie's influence on the database was completely gone. Now everyone in the Foundation knows who Bowie is and what he wanted. I personally think we made a mistake in outplaying the moral aspect of it, especially given the recent insurgencies we've been seeing. Our next move should probably be some kind of rebasing of the database. We need to get Bowie's blood out of the Foundation's veins as soon as we can. Please get back to me ASAP. 057. Okay, so they're definitely going into something severely evil. As they were in conjunction with the Chaos Insurgency and the Church of the Scarlet King. For one thing, as well as they try to learn. Huh?
How did they get the Church of the Scarlet King and the Church of the Broken God to work together?
I know.
Remember, it's an alternate realities version of those groups.
Yeah, but usually they're at each. Well, actually, it's more of the circuit cults and the Church of Broken God are at each other's throats.
Well,
Yeah,
Church of the Scarlet King is at everyone's throat.
Yeah. So, where in evil are we putting Bowie?
Well, they're not lawful.
I'm leaning more to chaotic.
Why?
Based off
I feel
what
like with
Bowie has
chaotic-
done.
I feel like with chaotic, they aren't really that predictable, but with this group, they did what they wanted to because they're selfish. I think neutral evil makes sense.
So far, every crew's been in neutral evil.
No, have you seen lawful evil?
I'm talking about tonight.
Oh,
Then there was that one family, which
Oh,
people.
Yeah, it's people.
I actually read some of the articles in the meanwhile, so
It's
yes, they
just-
are indeed just people.
Why are they a group?
They are a group of dead people who have a lot of anomalies around them, like a swing that if you're sitting on it for a long period, you're basically back when they were still a full family.
Oh, my
A
god.
banjo that magically plays music from the family singing together at random intervals.
Oh, that just sounds
Oh.
sad.
And the last one edits obituaries to be the family's obituaries.
Oh my god, that's just sad.
It's depressing.
What the fuck?
I return.
Oh, hey,
I think you-
Hatchet.
I think the
Sup?
obituary one actually happens when you have the other anomalies next to each other. Like, it creates a family photo album of them with their obituaries listed.
Yeah, what random person's talking about, Hatchet, is one of the group of interests we finally put into people/concept tier, our first one. And because the group is the Bonafide family. A family of people affected by the aftermath of a hurricane.
Yeah, that sounds like that group. Or that tier.
Yeah. And what we're looking at is the Bowie Commission, established between the SCP Foundation and U.S. military for weaponization of SCPs, dissolved after the failure of Omega-7, Pandora's Box, and Hatchet, if you don't remember that is the MTF group that had Iris and Abel.
I see.
And the head of the organization, General Bowie, did this, like a little bit of history got from the group. History 5025-1, aka Bowie, resurfaced at some point in late 2020. He contacted the Chaos Insurgency and used his influence as a catalyst to form the Foundation Illumination Coalition. Using the combined forces of the Chaos Insurgency, the Church of the Broken God, the Church of the Scarlet King, numerous other persons of interest, Foundation Illumination Coalition was able to capture Site-19.
Oh,
It gets worse, Hatchet. By November 2020, the Foundation Illumination Coalition had seized a sizable portion of Foundation sites in the west coast of the United States, as well as several others worldwide. At this point, efforts to halt Bowie's campaigns began, and the Foundation sites that had previously been captured by Bowie were undergoing liberation.
Wait, I've just realized the wording there. What do you mean they started stopping him at this point?
Yeah.
As in they were able to stop him. They were able to liberate themselves. They weren't able to before.
Yeah, but what's most concerning is the first site they captured was Site-19.
That's probably what made it hard.
Yeah, and I said that it's probably like the worst site to go after, besides Site-13.
what was Site-13 again?
What happened to Site-13? You know, the one that keeps disappearing, reappearing. That basically, where that Foundation decided to just do chaos and surgery stuff to their anomalies instead of Foundation stuff.
I see.
Yeah, and here's a message between two O5 members about Bowie. One, the lab results came back negative. There's nothing anomalous about 5025-2. We've tested it on some choice entities, and we tested it on ordinary D-class personnel wearing Kevlar vest. Then we disassembled it. Dash 2 appears to be nothing except for an ordinary gun, if not greater in size and more impractical. We also taken a look at the cadaver. It's completely clean. None of the telltale signs that his biology was changed. There could always be something we missed. For the most part, it seems to confirm that he was never immortal. Know the force behind Site-89 where Bowie was originally buried. We found the grave. There were enough water bottles in there to last for decades, maybe even centuries. One of the agents taste tested it. It's definitely SCP-006, the Fountain of Youth. Ryza spent years making sure Bowie's influence on the database was completely gone. Now everyone in the Foundation know who Bowie is and what he wanted. I personally think we made a mistake in outplaying the immortal aspect of it, especially given the recent insurgencies we've been seeing. Our next move should be some kind of rebasing the database. We need to get Bowie's blood out of the Foundation veins as soon as we can. Please get back to me ASAP, 057.
Aliens.
Yeah, but one thing random person did bring up that is kind of weird is in the history, Bowie convinced Chaos Insurgency, Church of the Scarlet King, and the Church of the Broken God to work together.
That definitely sounds dubious.
Right. Like, how? How did you do that?
Then again, I guess fucking Hitler and Mussolini fought on the same side even though they hated each other.
I did not know they hated each
Yeah.
other.
They definitely
I-
hated each other.
Different flavors of fascism rarely mix with each other because surprisingly, when you have one group of people yelling, "We are the greatest people on earth," and then another group of people come in and yells, "We are the greatest group of people on earth," there starts being clashes.
So, yeah. So... Oh, wait, this is the gun they were talking about. 5025-2. That's a gun?
It's like looks like a weird ass camera.
Is there a gun inside it?
I don't think so.
Some,
I
some of the
guess.
craziest looking things are guns.
Oh, wait. Based on that Sumerian box.
Oh
Oh,
Jesus.
oh, Jesus.
Okay,
I
Rando,
believe they're. Oh,
when Aaron was speaking, like they were coming through your end really loudly.
Oh, really?
Oh, sorry. What happened?
Oh, now it sounds like it's resolved.
Yeah,
But
what?
for a minute there, whenever Aaron spoke, they were coming through your end very robotically and loudly.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
I
I heard that
don't know what
too.
happened there.
Yeah. Anyways, we actually got to just.
Anyway,
I was gonna say that 5025-2 is believed to be based on that of the Sumerian boxes. Yeah, we got a huge description of what the Sumerian boxes are. Sumerian boxes were an experimental weapon created with the intent to immediately assassinate an entity. The project was originally led by Dr. Jeremiah Sumerian prior to his promotion to Ethics Committee Liaison. Early prototypes were designed to use an anomalous power source to fire an extremely powerful beam of energy. Later prototypes contained a reality drainage device that lowered the human level of the surroundings, allowing the user to use reality bending on their desired target. Both these prototypes failed to deliver consistent results, and the project was scrapped in 1997. So that's why it looks like that.
So a bit more than a gun.
Yeah, but it was found, remember in the log, it was found out they took it apart. It's just a regular gun that looks weird. It holds no anomalous power.
Just the idea of that I have this magic anomalous weapon. It's actually just a gun, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If I shoot you with it, you're gonna die.
So yeah, that's what
Makes me think of
Huh?
makes me think of an old joke that I had with some of my friends when I was younger. We have an old, like, dysfunctional 22 in my house, and I would like me and my friends would occasionally pick it up and use it as a prop in gags. And one of the gags at one point was like, imagine like guy walks into a um a store holding that gun and like demands, give me all the money, and the guy behind the counter goes, oh well, how do we know that that's real? I don't think that's real. And then panicking, the person holding the gun says, I know it's real heavy, and starts wielding it like a cudgel.
Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, Jir was thanking Neutral Evil for this group.
it's because there were multiple instances where they knowingly broke laws and rules, so they're not really lawful, and they're obviously not incompetent. They know what they're doing. They're dicks,
And
but they know
I
what they're
mean,
doing.
chaotic evil's right there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Chaotic Evil.
Okay, relent.
What boy right there. I'm still baffled they got the Church of Broken God to work together with them. Okay. We don't have a good map. I did look at this group before. We don't have enough information for this group, but I just want to read this one. All right, you ready? This would go into people tier, but the Bramley family. The Bramley family and followers, a group of 216 individuals located in North Dakota, United States. Central belief that the head of the Bramley family was in contact with alien life forms and as such was to serve as the liberator of mankind from evil through various sexual rituals. Possession of artifacts suspected but never confirmed. Compound was raided by agents of the Global Occult Coalition. Current status defunct. Last activity 1982. Meaning they were all killed. If it's the GOC making them defunct, they're dead.
So there is
Wow.
just a chance that the GOC raided a regular commune without any anomalies in it.
Yeah. Yeah, possibly.
Just let the weirdos fucking peace, man.
Yeah. I just find that
So they
funny.
raided a sex cult.
Yes.
Something like that.
Ooh, I remember this one. This is one we did before.
Want to
Uh,
read about it to see if we can figure out where they go?
What?
There's an article we can read about that group.
I don't know how long it is. Oh, not very. You think you're in the fucking Spanish Inquisition or something? Oh my god. I'm gonna save this for later to read myself. But yeah, the next group we're looking at, we looked at, I forgot what SCP we looked at before, but it was a pretty good and interesting one about the Brazen Heart. We never did the group.
Brazen.
Brazen, right, thanks. The Brazen Heart. A Moloch worshipping cult eradicated during the Spanish Inquisition. Oh, okay, so they're dead.
F.
Rip.
Which one was it that we looked at? Oh, it was this one. First one. It's also soup. Also, I think this, if I remember correctly, this was their house that they used. I kind of want to see different anomalies that are connected to, since I think we read that once. So do
I don't know anything about it.
Oh, that's right. We read it during multiple content farms. That's why I remember it so much. Because a couple of content farms did it. That SCP. That's probably why you don't, because you don't want to remember the content farms.
I feel like I'd remember it, but whatever.
So, well, actually, I think this does contain a lot of information further down about the Brazen Heart. Alright, let's go ahead and start this one then.
Brazen.
Brazen Heart. Alright, this is 2427, a thing full of stuff. Thanks.
Descriptive.
Yeah. Thanks, Foundation. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures Area 2427 has been established around -1 for the purpose of the study and containment of 2427. A 500-meter perimeter around -A has been designated the center of Area 2427, using a private elite country club as a front. Intruders are to be given amnestics and turned away. All such instances under 2427 are to be contained according to their individual containment procedures. The undocumented anomalous objects are to be discovered as soon as possible via exploration. Description: 2427 is a collective destination for all abnormal phenomena associated with -B, accessible via -A. -A is a broken stone staircase 10 kilometers southeast of Redacted, Ohio. According to local legend, any person who ascends the staircase while holding a sprig of hemlock will enter an extra-dimensional area hereafter known as -B. Foundation scientists have confirmed this and have also determined that -B can be exited by descent of -A, for which hemlock is also required. -B is a circular plateau 30 kilometers in diameter. It superficially resembles a forested hill in the American Midwest. Solar time never changes from 2 o'clock p.m. inside -B. Any person who breaches the forested order of 2427 will be destroyed via air bombardment by -5. So far, there have been 7 types of anomalous objects observed within, but several other types of objects undocumented by the Foundation have been noted by information discovered on site. Through documentation located inside the foyer of -2, -B has been determined to be a storage area for anomalous weapons, tools, and prisoners for a religious organization known as the Brazen Heart. The existence of several other such attics, such as they have designated this storage area hidden throughout the world, has also been implied. The Brazen Heart has been previously believed to have been a Moloch worshipping cult eradicated during the Spanish Inquisition. They express extreme animosity to the Foundation and humanity at large, but the Foundation has yet to interact with any professed members of the organization. As such, it is unknown how active the Brazen Heart is at this time. Well, okay then. This thing just immediately went to the evil category by not liking humanity or the Foundation.
Very quickly, very casually, very evil.
Yeah.
The fucking goddamn caretaker is where I need to be again.
My god. Yeah, item 2427-1, Special Containment Procedures. An electrified perimeter around -1 has been established. -1 is not to be opened under any circumstances. Description: -1 is a fire hydrant constructed of lead, located nearest to -A within -B. When opened, -1 will eject high amounts of ionizing radiation from within. The exact amount of this radiation has not been measured, but has been proven sufficient to melt human flesh near the opening. So-
Jesus Christ.
So I would say a lot.
That's the bad. That's the bad radiation.
Give me a quick second.
Now remember, all these anomalies were created by the Brazen Heart.
Yeah, Okay, so just to confirm, it said enough ionizing radiation to melt human flesh.
Near the opening, yes.
How much radiation to melt flesh? Reddit says it doesn't actually melt skin.
So we have no number.
Well, it is possible to get a number. It's just very hard to quantify.
Yeah.
Microwaves use radiation to heat stuff up, so yeah.
It's just that like human flesh generally doesn't melt most of the time.
Yeah.
Active. Let's see. So
Also, you probably wouldn't like test that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, nobody in the modern age is going to try to test how much radiation it takes to melt human flesh.
Hey Fred, hey Fred, I found
I
his
wouldn't say
corpse.
nobody, but
Yeah. Anyways, hey Fred, I found his corpse. Let's see how much radiation it takes to melt it.
Well, you can probably bribe someone with $20.
Yeah, because like the actual damage that's caused by radiation is like immediate harm to the DNA itself. And while it does like heat up, it's not like heating to such a degree that it like would surpass. I don't know, man. I'm trying to describe this and my brain's not working right.
That's fair.
Hard to melt human skin without burning it.
That's the way that I would put it. Like if you take a pig, put it on a spit, put it over a fire, generally speaking, it doesn't really melt, it just burns and chars. It's the same basic thing, except with radiation, what tends to actually happen is that the burns cause the skin to slough off. Which I guess that could be what they're meaning by melt human flesh.
Yeah. Well, let's see the other 6 anomalies.
I don't wanna.
Item 2427-2. Special containment procedures. -2 may only be entered by staff authorized to work with -3 through 5. Description. -2 is a building in the center of -B that superficially resembles a sanitarium from the 1860s. Though -2 is a large multi-storied building on the outside, the interior is an area of non-Euclidean spatial displacement comprising only 1 floor and 3 rooms with a central foyer. The first room contains -3 and the second contains -4. And the third contains a collection of religious documents, canned goods, and bottled water. Item -3. Special containment procedures. A reinforced steel door has been installed at the entrance of -3. The windows have been paved over with concrete, and armed guards have been placed. -3 is to be fed 1 live goat once daily. Failure to do so will result in a containment breach. No line of sight is to be established between -3 and any personnel. Direct images of -3 are to be considered lethal cognitohazards, and exposure is to be treated with Class A amnestics. Description. -3 is hostile biomechanical construct built from electronic circuitry and digestive tract of a cow, 1 hairless head of a human male, a hat rack, several legs of ordinary garden hose, and crystalline structures of unknown composition. -3 is carnivorous and exhibits extraordinary physical strength and speed. -3 is capable of speech and professes a desire to devour all impure life. Any person who directly observes -3 will begin have an overwhelming desire to meet -3, have their purity judged, believing that a positive judgment will result in 1 granted wish. Parameters for this purity are unknown. -3 has so far not encountered a pure life form. Damn. Item -4. Procedures. Experimentation with -4 will continue as needed, as the efforts have been determined to have no dangerous repercussions. The pool of test subjects does not necessarily need to be restricted to D-class personnel. Description. -4 is the entirety of the second room in -2. Once a human subject steps on the linoleum floor, the subject will lose consciousness for approximately 5 minutes, during which the subject will orally list a series of apparent negative qualities about themselves. Upon regaining consciousness, the subject will have no memory of their monologue. Oh. Oh. SCP-2724-4, test number 23, subject D2518. Please enter the chamber. D2518 enters -4. You don't feel. D2518 faints. My soul is a den of spiders. Hear my confession. 40 years old, and I have never taken a pure wife. I have never conceived a strong boy to raise into the armies of truth. The only consolation my one-brained mind has taken is from fictional works of irrelevant fantasy and other sinful distractions and lies. I have done nothing to destroy myself, and for this, I have inspired hatred in all who observe. I cringe at the concept of purity, for I know it is my better. I am deceit and cowardice. I am wretched disgust and ineptitude. My soul is not worthy to become as one with the heart of brass. O hearer, once I awaken, hesitate not to feed my flesh and my soul to the judge beast. D2518 awakens. Where am I? Oh. Oh, this is the thing. Huh?
Oh, keep going.
I was gonna say this is the thing that nukes anyone who goes outside the border.
Yeah.
Item dash 5. Social and procedures. Dash 5 is not to be directly observed for more than 3 seconds at a time by any personnel. Description. Dash 5 is stationary cloud position over dash B. When observed by a human subject for more than 3 seconds, dash 5 will eject a ball of solid lead approximately 1 meter in diameter at a supersonic speed toward the observer.
Cloud has artillery.
Why though?
Right. Dash 5 will also attack those who attempt to leave the perimeter of Dash B in the same manner. This has resulted in 14 personnel fatalities so far.
Fun.
Alright. Dash 6. Special containment procedures. Until the hypothesis that Dash 6 is the result of a human contagion can be ruled out, Dash 6 instances are to be isolated as such in independent biohazard containers. Description. Dash 6 is a series of 18 small trees located throughout Dash B. Radar analysis has shown that the roots of individual instances have taken the shape of a human body, which fidget frequently. The trunk above the ground stems from a human-shaped crotch. Each instance is adorned with a small signet that reads, Hedget, can you read this?
Let yours suffer what they must, and it is beautiful.
Thank you.
My gosh.
Alright. And on to the final one. Item dash 7. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. Testing of 2427-7 has been discontinued. No Foundation personnel are to step inside dash 7. Description. Dash 7 is a pile of ash and wood behind a plaque that reads The Liar's Cradle. What is another anomaly connected to this group? Share a title with an operant similarity to 2128. In that if a human subject speaks falsely with 2128, they are incinerated. Jesus Christ.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm starting to remember this SCP.
Yeah. It's a really good one. I like this one.
Yeah.
It's an improved version of 2128 that operates properly within the intended parameters as a torture device. As observed by testing, Dash 7 contains no sentient intelligence. Essential 7 methods of immolation is strictly non-lethal and decreases in intensity to prolong life, and Dash 7 will only immolate subjects that are specifically tell a lie within its zone of control, rather than state a false fact regardless of intention. Alright. Addendum. Excerpt from documents recovered from in the foyer of Dash 2. Canto. That's 15?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm getting better for my numerals. Yes. Verse 294 on hatred. A Christian tells you that hatred is wrong. Buddhist tells you that hatred is distraction. Atheist tells you that hatred is unhealthy. Dana Expunge tells you that hatred is fun. Why do I get the feeling it's either the circuit, but that's probably the Children of Scarlet King who believes that. Then again, I can also describe the chaos insurgency. I didn't mean to cut you off.
What?
Hatred in reality is but one of many invaluable tools to return creation to purity. Hatred can work in harmony with love. The nature of the path up to purity is irrelevant. All that matters is a sunrise at the end of the path. Must remember that the third path between what is wrong and what is right, for when the heart of brass shines again, as it is written, there will be nevermore be an opposite to paradise.
What is bro yapping about?
No. Contents of Hemlock Attic. Program provisions and data of no particularly sacred nature. One pure engine disguised as a fire hydrant. One house of sterile. sterile. One level 3 purity proctor. One confessionary. 18 condemned lectures. One leaden cumulus. One true liar's cradle.
Leaden.
Huh? Not leaden. One leaden.
Leaden.
One leaden cumulus. One true liar's cradle. One slaughtering perseverance. 27 pyre children. 3 ascended cultivars. 1 debaucherer. 7 supreme angelics. 3 level 7 hexagrams. 9 dragons. 1 attic hub nexus. Brazen heart. Memo from Dr. Gordon McElroy, Site Director of Area 2427. To all level 4 staff or higher assigned with 2427 and Overseer Council. Been looking over documentation found on site, and the fact that we haven't found some of these things, especially whatever the Supreme Angelics and Dragons might be, is something I find extremely concerning. In addition, what is this attic hub nexus? What if the reason we've never seen these Brazen Heart guys is because they're operating exclusively extra-dimensionally? We could stumble upon an entire army waiting for their chance to strike. We need to find this gateway and steal it for good. Unless we got some brazen balls to send to mole rats. Lastly, the actual brass heart they're so fond of is somewhere in 2427, deep underground, I imagine. Based on some of the things they've said it can do, we need to find it as soon as possible. I'm certain that it's a keter of the worst sort. O5, consider this as my formal request for additional containment resources. Lots of them. Well,
Thanks for your thanks for the specifics, buddy.
it's written by Dave Full. So we already got a good description of what they do, which is extreme animosity to the Foundation and humanity at large. As well as they
I'm
made
not a fan of them.
as well as they made very dangerous anomalies.
On purpose.
And we have a whole shit ton list of anomalies that have not been found yet.
27 pyre children.
Right.
That is definitely not a friendly name.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wanna say chaotic evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
I like how one of the things we haven't found yet is a house that makes people sterile.
I think that's the house they were inside of.
Oh. Where's the stairs? There's the stairs. Put the
Stair roll.
we're putting the stairs right next to Bowie. Oh my god. Okay, so that was interesting. I like how the first SCP we got so much information. What they made, what they do, for the most part. Yeah, I think that was that like the most information we got from a minor group of interest for one SCP.
Mm. I don't fucking
Maybe.
know.
Yeah, I'm just seeing. All right, the next would be the Bremen Society if we're still good. Keep going. Oh, we got a good crypt this time. If we want to keep going.
Hell yeah.
That sounds nice.
Right, the Bremen Society, a sub-organization within a separate hand, and is made up of animals with human-level intellectual abilities.
It's Nazoo.
Oh, we actually got one that's just titled the Bremen Society. Oh my gosh, it's a hub.
Yet.
Oh no. Okay, I think that's a mule. I was about to say, if Shigastan is involved, I'm out.
It is not. It is.
Random person doesn't understand why you don't want to hear Shigastan, Hatchet.
I feel like
I
we've
know
explained
Shigastan the horse.
we've
He
explained
pops
Shigastan to
everywhere.
Randall.
Oh, I wasn't sure how far
I
back.
know Shigastan the nation.
Okay, random. Basically, when we were doing, I think, international SCPs,
I-
the Shigastan horse kept coming
Don't
up.
worry, I was here for those.
Oh, you were? Okay. I wasn't sure. Yeah, that one just
They
kept coming.
literally just said they know about it.
Oh, I wasn't listening.
I know how the horse and nation keeps appearing everywhere.
We don't know
The
why.
horse is here and there and there and there and here and here and there and there
Okay,
and here.
I have to do one at a time or I'll copy the pictures. Alright.
Why is that feline winking at me?
Well, since its nickname is Cat with Eye, number one, Cat with Eye or One-Eyed Judge, the cat, that cat, the one-eyed cat. I think that answers your question.
Okay.
Oh, they're the cutest judge ever.
The domestic cat currently serves as a member of the SCP Foundation Ethics Committee. 2011 to not end yet. Ill-mannered. The jailers have designated it as SCP-718-KO. It possesses a nominative anomaly, a condition resulting from its existence having been forcibly and partially severed by the Golden Judge. Although one of the organization's founding members is currently its current injuries prevent it from participating very actively in society's affairs. Aww.
Poor kitties in kitty jail.
Okay, so I actually get -3. I can get 3 in here without taking the picture. Alright. Number 2, Unknown, the Golden Judge, the Righteous One Justice. A Golden Retriever, he was the inaugural chairman and wisest and most powerful among us. Possesses the power to reshape the world. He was the master of a single book, the Book of Pure White / the Book of the Great World, but eventually fled. His whereabouts remain unknown to this day. Recently, the Wardens have initiated investigation into his whereabouts and have designated him as Person of Interest 2705. The Society is also conducting an investigation. Number 3, Glory, a rooster. He aligned himself with the donkey, though it remains somewhat questionable whether he truly grasps the ideology behind that alignment. He loved and reveled in glory and war. He was killed by the Golden Judge and currently exists in an anomalous state. Oh.
Oh, okay.
So I'm guessing maybe
I
the
have a lot of
Golden...
questions.
Yeah, I'm guessing the Golden Retriever... the Golden Judge, like backstabbed the organization at this point, because there's 2 anomalies so far that's been attacked by this dog.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know, man. I feel like that's a bit too rash of a thing to jump to.
Let's see. Oh my gosh. Number 4, Donkey. Renounced name. Donkey. Militant atheist. Animal liberationist. capable of speaking human language but refuses to do so for reasons of principle.
I respect that.
Humans have captured and confined wild animals, creatures they deem sufficiently docile yet manageable, and exploited their wretched descendants until death, bringing them to force way through a process euphemistically termed selective breeding. Consequently, wild populations of donkeys, dogs, and cats have been driven nearly to extinction. And now these hypocritical petite bourgeois types proclaim themselves
Oh,
champions. Huh?
You've definitely heard the word bourgeoisie before.
Oh yeah, I remember there was a clip where I said the who, and you laughed your ass off. Bourgeoisie types proclaim themselves champions of environmentalism, spouting rhetoric about protecting endangered species, restoring ecosystems, and adopting vegetarianism. You honestly believe that such paltry gestures can atone for the hatred that has festered over thousands of years? Can you not hear the sound of Satan himself scurrying away in terror at the sheer magnitude of your wickedness? Oh.
And then the little scurry at the bottom.
Okay, I can get the last ones here. I'm loving reading this group. Alright. Number 5. Aini. Snake. Joined the society in 1970. Among the members, he, alongside the Golden Judge, was the one closest in spirit to the Seeker. It stands that true suspicion that he might be overly inclined towards the tenets of Fiftism. Oh, god damn it.
This snake is very upset.
He placed great importance on traditional goals of spiritual cultivation, such as immortality, divinity, and transcendence, and as a close confidant of the Golden Judge, offered counsel aligned with these ideals. This provoked the wrath of both Yang Yo and the donkey. Ultimately, Aini was killed by Yang Yo. However, whether due to the fruits of his cultivation or an intervention of the Golden Judge, his residual presence lingers still, and he currently exists as an anomalous entity.
Residual presence.
Residual presence lingers still.
Residual.
And he currently exists as an anomalous entity. Oh no. Number 6. Letitia. Badger. Joined the society in 1972. Possessing an enthusiastic and lively personality, she is known for being a longtime friend of the One-Eyed Judge. However, almost nothing is known regarding the specific nature of their friendship. During the internal conflict, she took the lead in mediating and attempting to resolve the crisis. Although she was unable to completely avert the tragic outcome, both full members and associate members held their passion and efforts in high regard. Consequently, following the Golden Judge's escape, she elected as the society's second chairperson and remains active in that role today. That does not sound like a badger at all.
Aaron,
Yeah?
why are you assuming that sapient
Oh.
fully, even by human standards, fully personhood having animals would act in a very specific way?
I don't know.
That's kind of wrong, Aaron.
I don't know. The only thing when saying I saw a badger, the only thing that kept coming to my head is like clips of saying of honey badger not giving a shit.
Well, Letitia the Badger is allowed to have any personality she wants.
That's fair. Anyways, final member on the first page. I'm not sure there's other pages of members. Member 7, Benjamin, the historian, the rememberer. Solcata Taurus joined the society in 1970. That's the only information about them.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good tort.
Oh, okay, so there's no members, and there's a timeline. Okay, so there's a few bits of more information here. Alright. This is a small-scale organization established in 1969 by a group of animals possessing human-level intelligence, operating under the aegis of the Serpent's Hand. Traversing both the interior and exterior of the Wanderer's Library, they have dedicated themselves to the study of a vast array of subjects, including magic, deception, traps, thaumaturgy, and knowledge concerning deities in alternate dimensions. Furthermore, their pursuits were not limited solely to the knowledge contained within a library. They also mastered various arcane arts and esoteric techniques. At its inception, the membership consisted of a cat, a dog, a rooster, and a donkey. On inspiration from a classic fairy tale that they named their collective the Bremen Society. Consequently, a serpent, a turtle, and a badger joined their ranks, bringing an active membership to 7. Although the roster of full members remained limited to the 7 individuals, Society steadily expanded its scope to hosting numerous symposia and admitting dozens of associate members, including humans, into its fold. Oh. However, the following discovery of 3 specific tomes, the Book of Pure White, the Book of Redacted, and the Book of Redacted, within the library in 1997, a tragic and severe conflict erupted among the members. Driven by greed and envy, every member committed grave errors, transgressions that must be recounted here without omission. Members waged war against one another using anomalous means. As a direct consequence, the Wanderer's Library was plagued by spatial distortions, meta-narrative collapses, and interdimensional anomalies and similar phenomena. After 3 years of ceaseless conflict, the serpent and the rooster met their demise, and a section of the library had been warped into an anomalous zone. Detached itself and plummeted into the mundane reality. The remains of the 2 members still lie within that site, currently held under containment by the jailers. Meanwhile, these events inadvertently alerted the jailers to the existence of our society. Furthermore, the librarians who took a dim view of the damage inflicted upon their library attempted to impose sanctions upon us. I mean, that's kind of fair.
I mean, you significantly damaged the library.
The main thing that they're protecting. That is fair. Amidst the chaotic situation, the inaugural chairman, the dog, the golden judge, devoured a pure white book and fled. Honestly, that's not surprising. In reality, he had already fully comprehended the pure white book and actively utilized its powers. By that time, he had already inflicted injuries upon the one-eyed cat and murdered Ling Yao. The members pooled their strength in an attempt to apprehend the dog, but they ultimately failed to prevent his escape. Many members secretly stabilized the situation, declared the former chairman, the dog, to be their common enemy. They established a truce among themselves. Okay, so I was right. The dog betrayed an organization.
Well, it's less that the dog betrayed the organization, and more that the organization fucking imploded.
Yeah. Letitia was elected as the second chairman, and she currently dedicates herself to fostering the boundless growth of the Bremen Society, a sole academic organization across the entire world in most dimensions that centers exclusively on non-human entities. Currently, 4 members remain: the cat, the donkey, Letitia, and Benjamin. To begin with, the cat sustained severe injuries, both nominal and existential. During the dog's attack, its original name has been forgotten and is now referred to by a variety of pseudonyms. Although it was never particularly reliable in terms of communication to begin with, it has now gone so far as to join forces with the jailers, acting in pursuit of its own mysterious and nefarious agenda. While it technically remains a member of society, its utter lack of manners leads it to prefer operating entirely on its own. The donkey has gone into hiding. He remained committed to the cause of animal liberation. However, for reasons unknown, the dog grew suspicious that the donkey was in possession of the book and began to hunt him down. Although the other members questioned him regarding this matter, and Benjamin even conducted an investigation, it appears suspicion was entirely unfounded. Donkey initially attempted to withdraw from society to focus on his activism. However, Letitia invested considerable effort in persuading him to stay, and recognizing that he required assistance to evade the dog's pursuit, he ultimately chose to retain his membership. Now, while constantly on the run to evade both the dog and the jailers, he continues to dedicate himself fervently to the cause of animal liberation. Although Letitia is the most recent member to join, she is both tenacious and fierce. She currently leads the society and constantly urges the other members to retrieve the 2 remaining books. Failing that, she argues that they should at least catch the dog and exact their revenge. Benjamin is the most enigmatic of the members. He is tight-lipped and among the group, arguably the most level-headed. During the 3-year-long conflict, he attempted to mediate between the wearing cats and dogs, when a section of the library was utterly wrecked, and the authorities caught wind of the incident. He utilized his meta abilities to cover it up. In reality, however, he too confessed the 2 books, while he does not openly reveal his learnings. If pressed, it could be said that he sides with Letitia. Okay. Now we have a timeline. Oh no. I just saw ahead. 1967, the Bremen Society was first established as a sub-faction of the Shepherd's Hand. It consisted of 4 members, a cat, a dog, a rooster, and a donkey, and its name was derived from a fairy tale. Its headquarters were located in Paris, France. The initial president was a dog. 1970, a snake and a turtle joined as new members. 1972, a badger joined as a new member. 1974, the Global Occult Coalition launched a massive crackdown on the Shepherd's Hand organization, Operation Blue Rose. Consequently, the Society's headquarters were relocated from Paris to Sydney. This move was made because the GOC's influence in the Asia-Pacific region was significantly weaker than in Europe. 1977, in collaboration with various other Shepherd's Hand sub-factions, the Society hosted its first occult symposium.
Where are we at?
Right here.
Symposium. Yeah, that's how I would pronounce it.
1980, the Society hosted a second occult symposium. Member residences were established in Singapore and South Korea. 1983, the Society's headquarters were permanently relocated to the interior of the Wanderers Library. The third symposium was held. Several additional applications for membership were received. However, all were rejected either because the applicants failed to meet the membership criteria or due to objections raised by existing members. Nevertheless, the Society continued to expand its influence by establishing an associate membership system to foster international solidarity and cooperation. 1990, the number of associate members exceeded 5. 1995, the number of associate members exceeded 20. The symposium was held with great fanfare. March 1997, within the library, the Bremen Society discovered 3 volumes of the Book of the World, the Book of Pure White, the Book of Redacted, and the Book of Redacted. Severe internal conflict erupted among the members regarding the fate of these books, specifically who would take possession of them and how the knowledge contained within them should be utilized. Donkey and the Rooster advocated for waging a struggle against humanity, while the Serpent and the Dog argued for remaining faithful to the thaumaturgical inquiry. The Cat, the Badger, and the Turtle imposed both positions, however, it remains unclear what stance they themselves actually adopted. Okay, to be fair, the Serpent's Hand would probably say, just put the book back on the fucking shelf. It belongs to the library, not you. That's
Yeah. Sometimes you need to put the apple back in the tree.
Yeah. June 1997, Donkey utilized anomalous abilities to attack the serpent who was residing in a safe house in Singapore. The serpent fled. Not fled. Fled. August 1997, the dog attempted to purge the opposing faction by leaking information to the jailers. The cat attacked the dog in the United States. During the altercation, Easton Brom, an intelligence agent, witnessed the cat and fled the scene. Subsequently, the jailers.
All right, I'm getting so tired of my benefit of the doubting turning back on me again. The dog fucking ratted them out. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Yep.
Fuck my life.
To be fair, before hearing what the dog did, I thought the dog was adorable.
The dog's still adorable, but it's still a bastard.
Oh, yeah, he's an asshole. He's an asshole, and not in a cat type of way.
He's the evil kind of adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I've been half hearing things, half not. But what did the snake do to deserve the dog killing him?
The snake was on the side of the dog. The donkey killed the snake.
So the snake was on the dog's side, and the dog still killed him.
No. I believe the dog killed not the dog. The donkey killed the snake.
Yeah, I know he killed the snake. I'm just.
Yes, but the snake
I'm
was on the
just
side of
wondering what the.
the snake was on the side of the dog who was betraying the society, and the donkey killed the
Yeah,
snake.
that's what I understood at first, and then you're like, no, that's not what happened. Now you're re-explaining the thing that I was accepting.
I'm
I
confused.
think
I
on
was
our
asking
end,
why he killed the person that was on his side.
they didn't.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
the society killed the snake?
No, the donkey, as in
Oh, the
as in
donkey.
equine,
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
killed the snake.
Yes.
Holy
That
fucking
is
shit!
valid. Okay.
I just got so fucking confused.
Well, it sounded like you were saying that the. It sounded like you were trying to say the dog killed the snake. I was just asking why the snake ended up getting killed because I did not remember. And then you made things confusing and weird.
Anyways. Consequently, the jailers became aware of the existence of the society and specifically that of the cat. September. Oh, god damn it, Peter. September 1997, an internal conflict among the members escalated severely and erupted in open warfare. Members began recruiting associate members sympathetic to their respective causes and resorted to the use of force. The safe house in Singapore was shut down. 1997 to 2000, as the conflict raged on, spatial distortions, meta-narrative collapses, and interdimensional anomalies manifested within the library. By the conclusion of the conflict, both the serpent and the rooster had perished, and a section of the library having transformed into an anomalous zone. Detached and crashed into the mundane world. The same as SP Redacted KO, the remains of both individuals remain within SP Redacted KO to this day. January 2000, the dog devoured the Book of Pure White and fled. The librarians and administrators of the library attempted to hold the members accountable for the damage inflicted upon the library. Surviving members managed to placate them. Subsequently, the remaining members declared the dog a common enemy and entered into a truce. May 2000, the jailers discovered the remains of a snake and a rooster. These remains are currently under the custody of the jailers. Members learned of this fact through the cat, a one-eyed feline who joined the jailers in 2011. July 2000, the Badger was elected as the new president of the society. 2011, the cat was appointed as a member of the SCP Foundation Ethics Committee. Present, the Bremen Society is currently re-establishing contact with surviving former associate members and seeking out new recruits. Furthermore, under the leadership of the second president, they are actively searching for the dog, an entity explicitly designated as an adversary in a ceasefire agreement. So it kind of sounds like at first, before they mentioned the dog is a huge enemy to Somerset as well, Somerset kind of sound like they might have almost kicked them out. Which I think is justified.
I don't know if kick them out, but hold them accountable for fucking some stuff up.
Yeah. Well, we got one last bit of information before we make our judgment. Alright. Here we go. 1. The Bremen Society is actively recruiting new members. Applications are accepted at any time. Membership requirements: must not be biologically human, yet must be fluent in at least one human language useful for research. Note, humans may still participate as associate members. Must possess unique thaumaturgical characteristics or be capable of utilizing thaumaturgical abilities. Must be willing to actively engage in research and exploration of thaumaturgy in the occult. SC members must not object to the applicant's admission. Note, if 2/3 majority votes in favor, the applicant may still participate as an associate member. In cases where an applicant's eligibility is ambiguous, a decision will be reached through a consensus among existing members. Permanent Society is actively seeking organizations which to form alliances or engage in cooperation. Please feel free to contact us at any time. General information: we are dedicated to ongoing research and exploration of thaumaturgy and occult. Furthermore, we regularly host occult symposiums to share our accumulated knowledge. In accordance with the ideals of Summer's Hand, we take the lead in embracing and liberating thaumaturgical wonders, and we never turn away a friend who seeks our aid. While we accept only non-human entities as full members, it is not the official stance of our society to reject all humans. However, please be aware that some individual members do hold extreme anti-human sentiments. In alignment with the ideals of Summer's Hand, we maintain an officially hostile stance towards the Global Coalition and SCP Foundation. However, we maintain an open and welcoming attitude towards various other organizations. That's the kind of interesting. I think this is probably gonna be the last one tonight, but kind of interesting. We got an actual hub for this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm feeling like it's not gonna go anywhere but chaotic good.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's put it right next to this Summer's Hand group.
Fair.
Alright, so I'm just gonna see what the next group is. And then oh, it's right under it. The Bringers of the Cloud. Unknown, but the group is related to the mythical figure known as that, now defunct. Oh.
Aliens.
Anyways. Oh yeah, Headshot. You had to leave away for a bit. But, That DJ Cactus SP that we read about the Boeing company,
Mhm.
Boeing Quantics. Yeah, at the very end, they noticed they decided instead of let their broken weapons and ships stockpile on with them, they just send it to our world. That's why we get the anomaly.
Lovely.
They just dump it in our world.
On purpose.
Yeah.
Bruh.
That's why they keep showing up like damaged and broken. It's because their work need to...
They're like decommissioned.
Literally sending us their trash.
That's occasionally blowing things up.
Yeah.
Also, did you see the DMS message I sent you about one of the ship's names?
Well, I couldn't decipher that it was one of the ship's names, because it given no context.
Yeah, that's the ship name.
Okay.
CC as Her Majesty Queen Alabama Jersey.
I hate the very existence of Alabama Jersey.
No context so that I can think it so bad.
In
Without
context, it
it
sounds-
makes no sense.
In context, it sounds bad.
In context, it doesn't sound bad.
Welcome to New Jersey, except here we fuck our cousins.
Oh god.
The worst of both worlds?
Oh
Does that mean they fuck their cousins and the weather is unpredictable?
Yes. On the bright side, they do have a cool fish-based YouTuber.
Hey, Hatchet.
Yeah.
I did nothing.
What did you do?
Are you from Alabama, Jersey?
Wait, does it even include Jersey?
You're gonna have to shorten it.
No, I'm queuing it that.
Wait, what?
It doesn't include Jersey because it's too long.
Well, I'm gonna head off.
Yeah,
Alright.
Good night,
Goodbye,
Dermot.
Roberta.
you have any last
Y'all have a great night.
words?
Sleep well.
Well, Miranda, do you have any last words?
Did you name yourself Queen Alabama?
Was that nope?
Oh, no, I was just waiting for Jerry to finish talking.
Go ahead.
Uh,
That's all it said. She named herself Queen Alabama.
Oh my god. Random, what's your last words?
Always get backup when you're trying to loft a bed. It hurts.
What's lofting a bed?
Okay, so
Is it like lifting a bed?
kind of. At my dorm, there's like different levels where you can put your bed, because like a bunk bed frame. In my case, I had to fully disassemble the entire thing and then reassemble it by myself.
Damn.
Oh! Isn't that supposed to be a group thing? Did you just
Well, the thing was just this thing is made of very flimsy wood that does not want to stay standing.
Oh my god.
And when I took out the supports, it collapsed on me twice.
Ouch.
Technically 3 times, but the third one was planned.
Ow. Yeah,
The third one was planned. What?
yeah, this is...
I needed to get an angle on it so the thing wouldn't snap the frame apart. So
Ow.
I just kind of wedged myself and acted as a support beam for a while.
Anyways, so let's make it remember a Markiplier thing where he tried to do a bunk bed for someone else, I forgot who, but he went
Bob.
Bob, yeah, he went just so high to the fucking ceiling, like it was almost touching the ceiling.
Yep, that's part of what I had to do, and I am both alone and 5'1".
F.
Jerry, last words go.
And just remember, just because someone has the face of a golden retriever doesn't mean they're a good person.
Hatchet, last words go.
You want to know my last words? You really want to know my last words?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, go ahead. Go through your last words. I'm sorry. I just had to be a dick.
I mean, you said no, so I mean,
Do your last words, you
Yeah.
bitch.
fine then. Fine then. My last words are, I'm currently playing Shadow Legends.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No!
Shut the hell up.
Raid Shadow Legends, the dark fantasy RPG.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah, Raid Shadow
Even though
Legend.
You know why we're saying no. You know what joke he's doing.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Shut the fuck up.
Danger nipples.
Oh my god. Anyways, Danger Novels. I'll see you guys tomorrow when I have a 6 p.m. collab with VTubers I've never met before. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna be gambling.
Oh,
Gamba.
what kind of gambling?
It's the video game called Gamble with Your Friends.
Hmm.
You don't reach a certain quota, you're gunned down.
Damn.
Bet it all on red.
Oh my god. Yeah, anyways. So yeah, that'll be happening then. And of course, Saturday is Pokemon Steel of Darkness. And Sunday, Hatch and me will somehow not have our minds melt trying to deal with the hotel and Anomaly Company.
I'm sorry, did you just say we're not gonna have our minds meld?
We most likely will. But
I
anyways,
know how I can avoid my mind melting, though.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. I just gotta play Raid Shadow.
I'm gonna kill you. Anyways, and
Not sponsored.
I'll never expect sponsorship from them. Anyways, the last words I'll read is from my chat right here, backwards. Sort of. Es gusta mi no, bueno no, surprise face.